Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It's time once again for another episode of the We Hate Sports Podcast, episode 280, coming at you on this Sunday night's a rather rainy day. My name is Billy Cameron, aka PC, joined by Bam, Gianni, and TK this week. And as you could see, there's only four of us here this week. And the reason for that being is because we wanted to pay our respects to Jane Daniels. So we're not going past five members on the episode this week. We have to talk about his cease and assists, as well as we have to talk about preseason officially underway for the rest of the NFL. What's stood out to us thus far, and end to a legendary career in Russell Westbrook, a certainly first ballot Hall of Famer, giving our thoughts on that and where he ranks all time. Also, the NBA dropped their Christmas Day schedule. And boy, do we have a lot of very interesting matchups to analyze. We'll be breaking down what we saw from our reaction there. We also have to talk about a couple of fantasy questions on what we expect from the NBA in the future. So all that and more on episode 280 of WHS this week. Make sure you follow us on our socials. We eat sports all across the board on our Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. The episodes are posted weekly on our YouTube channel, so you really got no excuse to not come and see us. With that being said, I wasn't joking around. There's literally only four of us this week for the episodes. And um take maybe it was kind of by design, maybe it really wasn't. It just kind of panned out that way. Either way, we're not going to number five because I don't if you've been living under a rock for the last 48, 72 hours. Star quarterback for the Commanders, Shane Daniels, has posted a cease and desist for his old jersey number at LSU, number five. And it is the letter itself. I don't really know what to think about it. Jane Daniels was a great college athlete, still a great athlete right now. In terms of the all-time greatest like LSU quarterbacks that they've had in their school history, there might be a lot of people that have JD5 in that conversation. There might not be people that have JD5 in their conversation. Either way, I'm going to start with you this week, Bam. Your thoughts and reactions to what Jane Daniels has been doing.
Um, on a base level, I completely understand why he's mad. I think a lot of people are missing the fact that he was promised nobody would touch five. Um, Now, when you get new leadership and you get Lane Kiffin in, uh, that could kind of get lost in translation. But still, I would be mad about it too if I was told nobody would touch my jersey and it gets touched anyway. A lot of colleges don't necessarily officially retire numbers, but they do a kind of impromptu, unofficial retiring, as in nobody will touch this jersey unless we ask and you grant permission. So, you know, from my understanding, Joe Burrow got that treatment. Jaden Daniels got that treatment. So for somebody to come in and get his jersey without him being asked or consulted, I would be mad too. I do think that he is kind of alienating his fan base just a little bit. Um, that being said, I've seen some absolutely crazy takes from LSU fans saying he was trash. You guys don't have a lot of Heisman's. This coming from a Terps fan who don't. I don't believe we have a Heisman in our history. So for you guys not to have many and to be acting like a guy winning a Heisman isn't good, regardless of what you may feel about the season, but this is kind of crazy. Um, I don't know, man. I really hope it gets sorted soon. I I think JD5 is gonna lose this one because I seen at practice everybody was wearing five. They're kind of in solidarity that you're done, buddy. I think that you kind of tarnish your legacy at LSU. If it was worth it to you over the number, by all means, I completely understand. But I don't know, man. I think it may be flipped for you, buddy.
TK.
Yeah, for the most part, PC, I'm pretty much on the fence with Bam. Um, I think there's no problem with agreeing. I think we'd all agree. I mean, because we all have eyes. We're all huge football fans, especially of college football. I think we'd all agree that Joe Burrow is the greatest LSU Tiger to ever lace him up on the football field. I think we'd all agree there. Um, but I don't have an issue with Jaden Daniels feeling like he should be in that same tier as Joe Burrow, PC. For me, I don't think the number 9 will ever be wore at LSU again. I think that's just an unspoken law, just an unspoken rule. Unfortunately for Jaden Daniels, that wasn't the case. Um, if you're listening to what some LSU fans say, PCs, like a guy like that's extremely invested, like a guy like Lee, he'll tell you that Giddens or whoever DJ Giddens, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his last name wrong, but he'll tell you that he's the best cornerback in the nation. For a guy like that, you can't risk losing him out. You can't risk losing out on him recruiting to your school just because of a jersey number. So um, it's just an unfortunate situation, PC. I will say some of the memes that we got over the weekend, man, generational, generational memes. I'm talking from KFC to Taco Bell to Bleacher Report. Everybody's just having their fun with this. Um, I definitely for sure got some laughs out of it. But like I said, I don't have any issue with Jaden Daniels feeling like he should be respected the same way as Joe Burrow. Because like Bam said, this is an LSU program that although they've had some great players in the NFL, they don't have a lot of Heisman Trophy winners, BC. So Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels are on that list. So I have absolutely no issue with him having a problem with it. I think most of the stuff that are coming out from his team, Bam PC, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I don't think this is coming from Jaden Daniels' mouth. Like the season to cease thing, them not being able to use his likeness. I think that's coming from his team. I don't think, like I said, I don't think that's coming directly from Jaden, but you have to see how this thing plays out because obviously the kid already came out and said he's not giving a number back. Jaden Daniels has already came out, put out his report saying he's focused on nothing but the Commanders and getting ready for the season. So I don't know, PC. I don't think this is something that's going to go away anytime soon. I think that Jaden Daniels' team is going to stay pat on what they believe in, and I think LSU is going to do the same, PC. So um, I think we'll probably have to come back to this in a couple of months, see where this thing is. But like I said, for the people who like Bam said, for the LSU fans who are trying to downgrade and make it seem like Jaden Daniels didn't have one of the greatest college quarterback seasons we've ever seen, I think that's just ridiculous. Like I said, I think there's no problem with being on Jaden Daniels' side and not having to feel like you have to compare him to Joe Burrow because that's just not fair to Jaden Daniels. Joe Burrow had the greatest season that we've ever seen from a quarterback besides maybe a Cam Newton. So um, those are just different types of conversations. But like I said, I have no issue with it. Hopefully, it starts to die down. Hopefully, they come up to a conclusion because um, having that LSU Tiger on your back, PC, even though he's in the NFL now, that still looks good for a lot of guys. So that can do a lot of wonders for Jaden Daniels in his career. So hopefully, they work that out. Like I said, I have no issues with it, and we'll have to come back to this in a couple months and see where this thing is.
Yeah, Gianni.
Yeah, I agree with TK. I think both sides are going to stay pat. I think it's going to take a while to like sort out. Both sides are already put out basically like the reasonings and everything. And one thing I think both sides, I think something's going to happen. You know, I think after the college football season is over, I think we're going to hear more about this. Like TK said, I think is it's just going to take some time. In my opinion, Jane Daniels I side with Jane Daniels in this aspect. I think he should get his jersey retired. I understand that there's a lot of things too that's going on. Like now the player rate has the number 5, so like it's just a lot of things going on. I feel, but I think at some point, once the season is over, I think we're going to hear about this again, and I think it's going to be one of the main topics too for us in a couple of months.
Yeah, that going past 4 joke was just only for the intro. We have Tolu as well on the episode, y'all. So Tolu, thoughts and reactions to the cease and desist?
I mean, I kind of get where Jaden Daniels is coming from. I understand why he feels that way, but sorry, bro, but I'm not on your side. Like I understand you had an amazing season at LSU. You won Heisman Trophy. Congratulations. I'm very, very proud of you for that. But you just I don't think your jersey number should be like they shouldn't give 5 in LSU. Like you're not Joe Burrow, you're not Jamar Chase, you're not even Justin Jefferson. Okay, those two people in LSU are ranked higher than you, and they're bigger LSU phenomenons than you, Jaden Daniels. I'm sorry. Those guys, I can understand them not giving them the number. Those guys, I understand, but not Jaden Daniels. Okay, you can't. I'm sorry. Like, you had one elite season. Okay, LSU gave it to DJ Pickett because they promised him before he even committed to them. They promised him that number. So
I just want to clarify one thing. So you mean you're talking about just Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase here?
and Justin Jefferson, those three people, they shouldn't touch those numbers in LSU ever again.
God,
Jaden
You
Daniels.
lost me, buddy. You lost me. You absolutely lost me there, buddy.
You are out
So
of your fucking mind, dude.
So
You
tell
are
I mean,
so
I was
disrespectful.
confused because you said 2 at first. Then
So tell me why Jaden Daniels.
I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna show you why.
Okay, so first of all, Jaden Daniels is the quarterback. First of all,
I don't
let's
care.
just put that
I
out there.
don't
I'm not gonna sit here.
Oh, a Heisman.
I'm not gonna sit
Ooh, a
here.
Heisman. Do you know how great
no.
that
Is that not
2019
crazy, bro?
LSU team was? Do you know how great that 2019 LSU team was?
Tolu. Okay,
ahead.
Tolu. Okay, Tolu. Let me ask you a question. Tolu, let me ask you a question. All right. Before you went to Penn State, you were a Rutgers fan, so you can choose from either one.
I was not.
Tell me one Heisman Trophy winner from either Rutgers or Penn State. Tell me a Heisman Trophy winner. I'll wait. Tell me one, since you making it seem like Heisman Trophy winners don't. That's not some like. Do you know how hard
don't matter?
it is
I'm
to get a Heisman Trophy winner
the
to get a Heisman
national
Trophy, bro?
championship game. I'm saying the national championship ring matters. I'm not
You
saying
just sat here and lied to us. You just sat here and lied to us and the listeners and said that Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase were bigger in LSU than Jaden Daniels. What are we doing here, bro?
Where's Jaden Daniels' ring at? Where's his ring at? Where's his ring? Where's his ring?
Where is Justin Jefferson
Bro,
or Jamar Chase Heisman at?
Where's
thank
his
you.
ring? I'm
The
wondering.
Heisman is literally the most prestigious college award.
So wait, so
LSU
PC. So in 2026, PC, now we have gotten so that now if you don't have a ring in college, you cannot be compared to certain players. Tolu, I hate you. You're part of the problem. Continue your point.
Bro, the 2019 LSU team was one of the greatest college football teams ever. Jaden Daniels, yes, he won a Heisman, but more people in LSU remember that 2019 LSU team more than Jaden Daniels' Heisman trophy season. Okay, that's why I'm saying.
What did that make it more impressive, Tolu? What did that make it more impressive?
No.
Wouldn't that make the Heisman? What?
No, the 2019
is the greatest college team we have ever seen in our life. They had a top 5 defense with the number 1 offense. That bro, there was like
more people.
There was like
that
10,
more
Tolu,
in LSU.
do you realize there was like 10 players on that 2019 LSU Tigers teams that went to the National Football League, bro?
Yes, exactly.
Go ahead, bro. You're making my point. You're making my point, but go ahead.
I'm saying that more people remember that season than Jaden Daniels' Heisman Trophy season. That's all I'm going to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
First of all, that's subjective. Second of all, about 75 to 80% of Heisman winners get their jersey retired. I can only count on one hand in the last decade the Heisman winners that haven't gotten their jersey retired. It's just the correct thing to do.
Yeah, I guess.
And I would give you the case of maybe Jamar Chase over Jaden Daniels in terms of not touching their jersey. Maybe. I'm not giving you Justin Jefferson. You've lost your fucking mind. You've lost your fucking mind.
Justin Jefferson was for LSU, bro.
Do you know how good Jaden that
I'm not saying he wasn't
a
good. I'm
Heisman
saying
is
that
the most
It's
prestigious
not that
award
Justin
in
Jefferson
college
wasn't good.
football. Do you know how hard
But
it is to win the Heisman?
Jamar Chase was more superior in college than Justin Jefferson, bro. I need you to know that.
Yeah,
Like, dog.
Justin Jefferson was by far going to be top three. Okay, in fact, he was right there with Joe Burrow in winning Heisman. Do you know how great Justin Jefferson, like fucking Jamar Chase, was at LSU, bruh? Like that man was absolutely insane in LSU. Okay, I take him over a Jaden Daniels Heisman Trophy season. He
You
was
lost your
You
amazing.
fucking mind.
lost your fucking
You
mind.
lost
I
your
mean,
fucking
He,
mind.
bro, you sound
Let
crazy.
me get to my point.
but PC, go
Let me wrap
ahead.
this
PC, go
up.
ahead.
Um, because I can understand aspects of both sides. Um, I think we can all agree on this. The memes that we've gotten out of this is genuinely hilarious. From fast food brands to baseball teams to regular streaming services clowning on Jane Daniels' team, for posting this cease to desist. I'm I fear that if JD5 does not have a fully healthy season or a good season in general, this is literally currently his legacy. A legacy that is already a little bit on the a little bit on the decline, especially after last season, in considering Washington's track history with quarterbacks that have an excellent rookie season and then you know. So if Jaden Daniels doesn't perform this upcoming season, he's cooked. I think we can all agree on that. I think we can also agree on the fact that this is a man that did play his butt off when he was at LSU for his last year, winning the Heisman Trophy. I can agree on that 2019 team maybe being a bit more memorable than Daniels' Heisman Trophy season. But again, according to Bam, it's more objective, depends on what's more memorable for you. It is very hard, however, to sit here and say that he hasn't earned the right to try and reserve his number because winning the Heisman Trophy is not an easy feat. It's not at all. And considering that there are guys like Cam Newton, Baker Mayfield, you've got freaking Devontae Smith, who I'm surprised they haven't retired his jersey at Alabama. Like, if you win the Heisman Trophy and you're a quarterback, you're getting your jersey retired. I just don't think it should have gotten to this point with Jane Daniels to a point where we're having like talks about a cease and desist over a number. If you were truly for the brand, if you were truly trying to represent that school, your alumni, then you'd be okay with bringing in a guy that's a 5-star recruit and can increase your chances of winning the national championship for your team. You'd be okay with it. And maybe you can have like a little side agreement on the side. With that being said, again, aspects of both sides that I agree with. I just don't think it should have gotten to this point, if I'm being honest with you. Cease and assist is kind of crazy, but is it crazy enough to make me believe that, this is like something that he should have never done? No, it's coming from a place of like genuine, like, what's the right word? It's not envy. It's not anger even. It's more so respect. More so respect for what
I just
Jane
think he
Daniels has
expected them to
accomplished.
stand on their word and they didn't. I would be mad too. If somebody tells me you're going to do something and then you don't do it, I would
Yeah.
be mad too. Like,
Yeah. That's literally that's just a moral code right there. That most people live by. Um it's just very easy to, clown a guy that's is trying to trademark a number that he didn't accomplish anything past that Heisman Trophy, but it's the Heisman Trophy. So like he accomplished what many other quarterbacks, especially ones at LSU, could not do. So I don't know. I think it's very interesting, the whole thing, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, the fact that I don't know, you kind of lost me for you. Totally, you kind of lost me when you said that Jefferson and Chase are more memorable than Daniels. I don't really know about that.
To be
2019
real,
team.
I will give you Jamar
Yeah.
Chase because Jamar is actually from Louisiana. I can understand that. He's from Louisiana and he went off. Okay, I get that. Same with like you see Drew Brees. They love Drew Brees down there. He won a
Oh,
ring.
yeah.
I completely I will give you that. I just personally think that the Heisman is the most prestigious award in college football. It's hard as fuck to win. We've seen so many people that deserve Heisman and don't win that have had like historical seasons. So that's why I would have him, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, and then whoever else. But I'll hear the argument for Jamar Chase.
We'll let bygones be bygones on that first topic. Good first warm-up topic. Let's go to the next one though. And is about the retirement of a all-time great point guards. Russell Westbrook officially has retired from the NBA after playing for is 18 seasons. 18 seasons in the National Basketball Association. He was a nine-time All-Star, two-time All-Star Game MVP, All NBA first team twice, as well as two-time scoring champion, three-time assist leader. He was part of the NBA 75 team, and of course, crowning achievements was winning MVP back in 2017, the first year without KD in OKC. Russell Westbrook has been around the league with a few number of teams, and not all of it was amazing. Depending on who you ask about how they feel about Russell Westbrook. But I'm gonna start actually with you on this one, Tolu. Your thoughts and reactions to Russ retiring, and where does he rank all time amongst point guards?
My thoughts and reactions are NBA rims, you are safe. The rims are safe. Oh, it's great. It's amazing. But as far as where I ranked Russell Westbrook, um, he's a top five, he's a top 10 point guard, but I don't have him top five. I don't have him ahead of Magic Johnson. I don't have him ahead of Steph Curry. I don't have him ahead of Isaiah. What's his name? What's his name? Isaiah Thomas. I don't have him ahead John Stockton. Nope. And I don't have him ahead Oscar Robertson. Okay, I put Russell Westbrook in the CP3, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash combos. Okay, like his peak was ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. That shot in Denver in his MVP season, phenomenal, great. But his efficiency and his turnovers and his IQ and his shot IQ was absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that he has played with the amount of teammates that he has and has zero championships to show for it. Zero. Okay. He's played with Paul George, James Harden, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Kevin Durant can't get a haircut. He has played with all of those players and has not have a ring to show for it. Oh, by the way, I can't even tell you his efficiency and shot creation in the playoff because as he got older, he still couldn't shoot. He couldn't shoot at all. He was throwing shots off the side of the backboard. The fact that he didn't elevate his game, it was bad. That's why he was on 7 different teams to end his career. And the fact that even the Sacramento Kings said no to you. The Sacramento Kings. That is hilarious to me. The Sacramento Kings and Washington Wizards were saying, oh, we'll give you a minimum contract. And he said, I'm just going to call it a career. Yes, Russell Westbrook is a top 10 point guard in NBA history, but I'm not putting him ahead of Magic, Steph, Oscar Robinson, Isaiah Thomas, all those people. I'm not putting him against it. He's in the John Stockton CP0 rings conversations. But obviously, great career, Russ. You're certified top 10 point guard. You made me absolutely sick watching you on the Los Angeles Lakers. I wanted to tear my eyes out trying to watch you on the Los Angeles Lakers and watch you bounce around the team like Bonnie Blue every single time. It was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. But great career, Russell Westbrook. Great career. You were bouncing from team to team, getting passed around like Bonnie Blue. It was disgusting.
He did. He
But
said
good
again.
career though. Good
Good
career though.
earnings.
He
He's
said
fan
again. He said
of
it
the
twice.
Cavaliers. He's been a fan of the Miami Heat. He's been a fan of the Los Angeles Lakers, and Tolu is now a fan of the 76ers. Ain't he talking about bouncing on it? Really,
Uh,
brother?
I am
Um,
bouncing.
You talking about bouncing on it, brother?
There is a difference. I am a LeBron
You
fan.
done been passed around more than Dennis Schroeder. Dude. What are we
No,
doing
no,
here?
no, 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 no. Dennis Schroeder is the new Russ, honestly. But like, at least he can shoot a little. But Dennis Schroeder is basically the new Russell Westbrook. So
um, Bam, perhaps a different outlook of it.
Um, man, I love Russ. I know, he received a lot of flack for, later in his career. And I will be the first to tell you that him not improving his game hurt him a lot. But the intensity he played with, the loyalty he showed to us, um, pretty much dragging us once KD left was just he is the definition of a Oklahoma City Thunder. I'll forever love him for that. Um, wish he could have retired with us, but you know, the way it's kind of set up now, it just wouldn't work. Um, that 2020 game, literally one of the greatest games in history. I'm pretty sure nobody would debate that. I've never seen anything like that. I don't think we'll see anything like that again. Um, but I do gotta agree with Tolu. I'll have him right outside the top five, top 10 point guard. Um, this him not having a ring and just him not improving his game, it hurts his case. But just being being so good at affecting the game in more ways than just scoring is just like it's kind of hard to see point guards that can do that now. You got a Luca can do that. You got a Cade can do that. Shea isn't really a box score stuffer, but he can affect the game. But just you don't see that nowadays like you see with Russ. So I'll have him top 10, and congrats on the retirement, Brody.
Uh, Gianni.
Yeah, I'm gonna be more nicer than Tolu because Tolu is insane, man. The way you disrespect him. I understand he had like bad times in LA and some things in later his career. Like Dan said that him not improving his game and not being able to get a ring, I think it's something that you can make a case against him. But overall, I think it was a good career for us. I just feel like he deserved maybe another chance to be on another team. When I saw the Wizards and Kings as a team for him, I would have liked to see him on the Kings to actually no on the Wizards to be a backup because I think they need a backup point guard over there in Washington, and I think he would have been pretty solid off the bench. We saw him in Denver be solid off the bench. I think that was like his best year. I think out of the last 5 6 years, basically in his career. But overall, he been like one of the best point guards. I feel he's top 10 all time. Like Tolu said before, TK said it, Bam said it before. I think I wouldn't put him in the top 5 point guards. I put him top 10 all time. But man, it's crazy that it looked like he was going to come back and play one more year. But man, congrats to your career, man, and enjoy retirement.
TK. Actually, I want to hear everybody's answers for this one first.
I think for Russ, it's just really before I get into all the good about Russ. I think for Russ, it's just really unfortunate, and I think Bam can attest to this, that he never truly developed a jump shot because I believe that if Russ develops a jump shot PC and he wins a couple, 2 or 3 championships, let's just say him, Harden, and KD are able to do what a lot of people expected them to do, which is win about 2 or 3 championships. I think if he wins 2 or 3 championships, PC, and Tolu spoke a lot on his efficiency, and I think that's something that if he worked on his jump shot, worked on getting a consistent jump shot. I think we're sitting here having a conversation right now, PC, where that's the question isn't is Russ or where does Russ rank top 10 all time? It would be, is Russ the greatest point guard to ever touch a basketball, brother? I truly believe he would be in conversation with Magic Johnson and the Steph Curry's, bro. But unfortunately, PC, like I said, that's not the situation. Russell Westbrook, one of the greatest point guards of all time. The most electrifying point guard we've ever seen. The most athletic, most point guard with the most athleticism, however you want to put it, PC. That's who Russell Westbrook was. We've never seen a point guard just attack the basket the way that Russell Westbrook did. As far as where does he rank all time, PC, I'm kind of right there with the Bam and Tolu, whereas he's right outside the top 5. I would probably have him between 7 and 10. Like Tolu said in that conversation with a Steve Nash and a Jason Kidd, and point guards like that. What else can I say about Russ, man? Y'all know it's hard for me to talk any good about Russ, PC, but I'm honestly trying, bro. It's just those years with the Lakers, man. It's just I get serious PTSD of Russ having games where he's turning the ball over 7 times and shooting mid-range jump shots, BC, not even 3-pointers, mid-range jump shots that are hitting the backboard and hitting little children in the crowd. There's a little girl. I don't know if you guys heard about this story. There's a little girl. Fox News told us this story. Basketball hit this little girl so hard. They said the impact of one of Russell Westbrook's misses was like a brick, and it hit her right in the top of the dome. She's still in a concussion right now, brother. She has not gotten out of that concussion. And Russell Westbrook has not been in Jersey in 2 years. It was just hard to watch this, brother, on the Lakers. But outside of the Lakers, I think Bam can attest to this as well. I really did enjoy watching Russell Westbrook on the Rockets. It was fun to watch him and James Harden get back together in the Rockets. I talk about this all the time. I think brush cut Russell Westbrook, Mohawk Russell Westbrook, probably one of my favorite players to ever watch. And that's the only time I'll talk any good as far as Russell Westbrook being one of my favorite players. But yeah, man, baby Russ was different, bro. PC, I don't know. Me and Mook was talking about this the other day. Did y'all notice that there was a certain point in time, and maybe Bam can answer this question, where Russell Westbrook had one of the best mid-range jump shots in the game. And then it just disappeared.
Bro, everybody forgets the fact that his fingers are like mangled. That is the blessing and curse of Russell Westbrook. He was such
it's all them dunks, huh? All them dunks, huh?
Literally, he used to break his fingers on the rim. It's a blessing and a curse. He was so aggressive on attacking the basket, it fucked his fingers up. Like,
man,
trying to shoot with a broken finger is one of the hardest things to do. Like,
yeah, man, it's just for the listeners that never seen prime Russell Westbrook in his mid-range shot, go on YouTube, like my man PC say all the time. Go on YouTube and do your research, bro. Go watch some Russell Westbrook mid-range jump shot highlights. He was that guy. But yeah, like I said, Russell Westbrook, one of the greatest all time. I don't think there's any question whatsoever, PC. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He needs to get in the first time that his name gets announced to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he needs to sit around and wait for any reason whatsoever. And even though I wasn't the biggest fan of Russell Westbrook, I'd be lying if I say I wish I do wish he had a championship, PC, at least one. I wish that even if he got it sitting on the riding the bench the entire season, I wish that he got at least one championship. Because now he's going when you have conversations and all-time conversations about Russell Westbrook, PC, I think a lot of people are going to be very disrespectful to Russell Westbrook. Because he didn't get a championship, because of the mishaps in the playoffs, the 6 or 7 turnovers a game in the playoffs. A lot of people are just going to shit on Russell Westbrook and truly forget how special he really was, PC. So it's really unfortunate for him. Thank God he has dick riders like Tyreek, who will never let his legacy die. Is Chris Paul or Russell Westbrook better? I think that's another conversation for another day. But I think it's Chris Paul. Tyreek, I hope you listen next week and you hear this. It is Chris Paul over Russell Westbrook. But yeah, PC, congratulations on a 18-year career. like I said, one of the greatest point guards we've ever seen, one of the best players that we've ever seen. In his own retirement, brother. And I can't wait to see what Russell Westbrook does next. He will be a coach of a high school or a college or something, brother. He will be a coach somewhere very soon, in my opinion.
Um, Russ's IQ for the game of basketball too is a bit underrated, bit underappreciated. Like I said, depending on what era of Russell Westbrook basketball you saw, you might have various opinions about the man. But one thing is for sure, that's Russ's everlasting legacy on the game of basketball will be remembered for generations to come. He still holds the NBA record for most triple doubles all time. And Nikola Jokic is most likely going to end up passing him this upcoming season, but at least Russ can say he is the point guard with the most triple doubles of all time. One thing that stat that I forgot to point out in my introduction to this question for Russ, man, I think he is in that same tier as SCP3, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, where like if you said he's top five, I could agree to disagree. I could disagree to agree. Um, it is very, you know, telling how much like wear and tear Russ has, put his body through, especially for the last like 3 or 4 years of his career. I mean, he was just trying to make it work. LA was his last like real, I think, swan song. Like that was his real last shots of making proving a lot of doubters wrong, and it did not work out like that. As a result, Laker fans hate Russ and want to tear him down any chance that they get. But if you ask a Thunder fan, like Bam, it's a lot of what if. It is a lot of man, I really wish this would have worked. And for Russ, James Harden, who's getting up there in age himself, and Kevin Durant, it's kind of a bit eerie how like two out of the three of them needed uh did not and have not accomplished winning that championship yet. Only one of them did, but it took them going to the number one op essentially to do it. And I'm I'm very like interested to see where like a lot of people think of where we rank all three of those guys all time once they all officially retire. Russ being the first one to do it. You know, I forgot who mentioned it, but the fact that he there were teams like the Kings and the Wizards that were essentially pushing him for the vet minimum. I think the writing was on the wall for Russ for a while, and it had to have been tiring trying to keep up with that, trying to just constantly defend yourself against the critics, against the doubters, against the fans. Um, there aren't, you know how the old saying goes, you never miss something until it's gone. I think there's actually going to be a lot of people that miss Russell Westbrook and what he brought to the game of basketball. But for Russ, man, congratulations on a historic career. Your first ballot Hall of Famer in my eyes and in a lot of people's eyes. So, is he a top five point guard all time? No, not to me. If he said he was, though, I wouldn't disagree. Um, with that being said, though, let's actually go into the next topic of the night. We gotta talk about Christmas. Christmas in summer? Yes, Christmas in summer. More specifically, talking about the schedule for the NFL and the NBA, because they are officially have been set. So NBA schedule release this past week, and I saw the NBA. They were trying their best to do a little NFL impersonation. I saw a couple of teams doing a little bit a couple of sketches in interesting spots to like for their schedule release. The Hawks did there was a kid that did like bird calls. And I saw that and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." Um who was it? The Raptors. Raptors used Chelsea Green to promote their schedule release. So that yeah, just something I wanted to throw out there. But anyways, here's the full Christmas Day schedule for the NFL and the NBA. At noon, high noon, we're going to start off with the NBA Finals rematch: Spurs versus Knicks. At 1 p.m., the first NFL game, NFC North divisional rivalry. Packers versus the Bears at 2:30. You have Heat versus Celtics. Giannis taking on Jason Tatum. 4:30, Bills versus Broncos. Desi versus TK, a rivalry that needs no introduction. At 5 p.m., you got the Sixers traveling to LA to take on LeBron's old team, the Lakers. It's kind of in the primetime slot. At 8 p.m., you got the Thunder taking on the Timberwolves. Should be a good matchup. SGA versus Ant. 8:15, the final NFL matchup, Rams versus Seahawks, rematch of the NFC Championship. And then at 10:30, Nuggets versus Warriors. Don't ask me how the Warriors got a Christmas Day game. Um, who is the king of Christmas, in your opinion? Um, I'm going to start with Gianni on this one.
Looking at all these matchups, man, it feels like the NFL is trying to knock the NBA out for the Christmas um, portion of the day, basically. Because look at the matchups, man. You got Packers Bears. We know how much of a rivalry is that. They played 3 times last season. All the games were epic. We saw the epic comeback in the wild card game, which is insane. And then you got 4:30 Broncos and Bills, a rematch of the divisional round, which was a classic as well. Like, and then you got Rams Seahawks. They played 3 times last season. All the games were insane, and I think it's going to be insane again. You look at the NBA schedule. Like, I'm breaking down all these games. I think the first 2 games, well, the first 3 games are probably the most intriguing, honestly, matchup wise, because you got the Spurs and the Knicks. That's a finals rematch. The NBA, I think, did a great job doing that early instead of putting it later in the day versus Rams and Seahawks, because I think Rams and Seahawks would have destroyed the ratings of Knicks and Spurs, in my opinion. Then you got Heat Celtics, Giannis versus Tatum. We saw what happened. Boston was trying to get Giannis. It all like fell apart and everything for them, which I'm glad because we got Giannis. Then you got LeBron returning to LA with the Lakers and everything. I just feel PC, TK, Tolu, Bam, that the NFL is just overtaking. And don't forget too, guys, the day before Christmas Eve is Texans Eagles as well. So you throw that in as well too. I just feel like the NBA is getting cooked here, man. I don't know how you guys feel, but the NBA is just getting cooked here. I think all the matchups are phenomenal, but the NFL is taking over, man.
Not so fast, my friend G. I'm actually gonna go with the NBA here, and it's gonna be for one reason only. I grew up watching NBA games on Christmas Day. NFL has just so recently taken over that market because one, it's a great cash grab. They should have been doing it. But it's also because the NBA has kind of been lacking in that sense. NBA took the joy out of Christmas games for every fan. Like we used to have excellent matchups. I'm talking like future NBA Finals matchups. Christmas Day 2016, the entire slate, that matchup between KD, Steph, and the Warriors going to Cleveland and take on LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love. Like that's etched into my memory as a child. And they had the excellent Christmas Day uniforms as well, and the atmosphere. Mike Breen, Jeff Van Gundy, and Mark Jackson on the call. Like it was cinema. It was absolutely fantastic. And gosh, you just think to yourself, where did all that magic go? It hasn't been there the last couple of years. We've now replaced it with AI Donald Duck crossing up Goofy in a Disney alternate broadcast, and that's the issue right there with the NBA. That's why the NFL has felt more special on Christmas Day the last 2 or 3 years. And shout to Netflix because Netflix does their thing especially when it pertains to camera work. Like Netflix is like top tier when it pertains to that. Um, with that being said, though, I'm gonna go with the NBA. I'm just hoping that one day, there that wonderful bald man, the Tolu showing off right there, um, can come to his senses and realize that if it's Christmas Day, you gotta make it more of a special occasion than just showing me an alternate broadcast that your kids can watch of Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Mike from Monsters Inc. Shooting threes and dunking. Like it's so much more than that. It's lifeless. 2016 and before that on Christmas Day for NBA games were not lifeless. They were real. The NFL has felt real over the last couple of years, hence why a lot of people might say the NFL now. And they'd be right because ratings wise, they've definitely taken over. But in my heart of hearts, my brain is telling me NFL, but my heart is telling me the NBA, and that maybe one day it can finally get back to what it was. One day. Tolu.
It's clearly the NBA, but I'm going to show him again. This guy right here. This is the reason why the NFL has taken over ratings.
Nick, is
This
that an Android?
No, shut up. Anyway, this guy right here is the reason why the NFL has taken over the NBA. Because there is no reason you can sit here and tell me that the NFL should be overtaking the NBA in Christmas. Okay, the NFL gets the entire year. You get Thursday night football, you get Sunday night football, you get Monday night football, you get Thanksgiving, you get playoffs, and you get the Super Bowl. You have from September all the way to February to take over the ratings and take over. You can't give the NBA Christmas just one day. One day. I mean, it's clear this is Adam Silver's fault. With, like PC said, having Goofy and Minnie, all the basketball stuff. That's why the NFL has taken over the NBA. Because you look at the Christmas schedule, it's not even that crazy. I mean, the Spurs and Knicks finals rematch, the Heat versus Celtics, the Sixers, Lakers, Thunder, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Warriors. That's 5 games spread out throughout the day. You don't even need to leave your couch on Christmas Day. You can literally from morning, you wake up, open your presents, there's a game. You wake up, you eat Christmas dinner, there's a game. The NBA
Is it Tolu? Is that something Africans do? Y'all wake up and eat dinner?
I meant to say wake up and eat breakfast. Shut
Oh,
up.
my bad. Okay.
Anyway, but like I mean, it's Adam Silver's fault that the NFL has taken over the ratings because they have all year, bro, and they just go in, they snatch your chain, and it's Adam Silver's fault. I mean, I'm telling you guys what I'm saying. Adam Silver has ruined the NBA. He has ruined it. I mean, David Stern is turning over his grave, seeing what Adolph Silver has done to my league, and it's your fault. It's your fault, Adolf. It's your fault. And I'm sick, I'm tired of him ruining the game that I love and letting the NFL snatch his chain right in front of you. You allowed the second apron to happen. You're letting other sports come into your house and snatch your chain. This is your fault, Adolf Silver. This is your fault. And now I am so done with him. Get this man off the commissioner. You have ruined this sport. You have ruined it. Ruined it. But anyway, go on.
PC, keep in mind, he's saying it's like Roger Goodell is any better, bro. Like,
I
what are
don't
we
This
care.
doing?
is this is this is Hitler and Stalin
Roger
situation.
Goodell
I mean,
is better at NFL than Adolf Silver is better.
to be fair, to Adam in some sort of way. I mean, Rogers got a much bigger clientele to work with.
Yes.
You're not seeing Bob out of Alabama watching the NBA. Like that's just the nature of both sports. But I do agree Goodell does a much better job containing his league, controlling his league. But hey, that's just me. TK, actually, want to go ahead?
So, Tolu, your answer was the NBA or NFL?
NBA, but
NBA runs. Okay, all right.
Yeah, NBA.
Well, PC, Tolu, you got it wrong, brother. I think it's the NFL, dog. First of all, Spurs versus Knicks at 12 o'clock. All right, I think we all agree we'll all be watching that. Then you got the Packers versus Bears. If you're a real football fan of smash mouth football, PC, of two teams that hate each other, that are just going at each other for the entire game, it's the Packers versus Bears, bro. I'm definitely switching over at 1 p.m. PC to watch that NFL game over the Spurs versus Knicks. Because at the end of the day, we all know who's going to win that Spurs versus Knicks game, bro. Then you got the Heat versus Celtics. Gianni, I'm sorry, like I'm not watching that game at all whatsoever. PC, I know you're not watching that game. Bam, I know you're not watching that game. And Tolu, I know you're not watching that game because at the end of the day, we all know what's going to happen. The Heat are absolutely going to run through the Celtics, bro. It's not even going to be close. Then you got the Bills versus the Broncos at 4:30 after the 2:30 game with the Heat versus Celtics. We're all watching that game, bro. We're all watching that game. PC, Gianni, y'all hate Josh Allen. Y'all want to see the Broncos. Y'all want to see us absolutely destroy
I
Josh
hope you
Allen
guys
in the
win
base.
40-0.
Exactly. Thank you for making my
Don't
point.
forget me.
Me,
I can't
me,
stand
me,
Josh
and Bam,
Allen.
me and Bam will be watching that game because I'm a Broncos fan. Bam is my dog. He's an honorary Broncos fan. We're watching that game at
No,
4:30.
I'm just hate watching Josh Allen.
You'll probably be making some type of African dish around 4:30, getting ready for Christmas dinner or whatever your
I'm
Nigerian
just
people
hate
do. I don't
watching
know.
Josh Allen.
So
I'm
then,
gonna be
so
Josh Allen.
so yeah,
So
so you'll probably be hate watching Josh Allen as well. Then at 5 o'clock PC and everybody else, we got the 76ers versus Lakers, which I think we'd all agree is probably the game of the day on Christmas Day, bro. It's LeBron James versus Luka Doncic and the Lakers. We're all switching over from the Bills and Broncos game. We'll be switching back and forth between those games. Commercial break on one, we're going to the other, and vice versa. I think we all agree with that. So right now, PC, right now, NFL is 2 for 2, and it looks like the Spurs got out. I'm watching the Packers versus Bears over the Spurs versus Knicks. So I'll still give that to the NBA. So right now it's 2-2 PC, and keep in mind the NFL only has 3 games. So now let's move on to the Thunder versus Timberwolves at 8 o'clock PC. The 5 o'clock game, our game will be over PC 76ers versus Lakers. So because you have nothing else to watch and we're all sports fans, we're all going to be watching the Thunder versus Timberwolves, but we know how that one's going to end at the end of the day. It's going to be exciting to see LaMelo and Ant see what they can do. But we're kind of already at this point of the season by December PC, we'll kind of already know what Ant and LaMelo will potentially look like. So that's going to depend on if we're really interested in this game. So we'll see. Thunder versus Timberwolves at 8 o'clock. Then right 15 minutes later, PC, Gianni, Bam, Tolu, you got the Rams versus the Seahawks, the Super Bowl champions versus the Rams with Aaron Donald, Myles Garrett, and one of the best offenses in the National Football League. We're all gonna be tuned into that game, brother. You know why? Because Gianni and Bam keep trying to tell me up and down every single day. No, TK, you gotta respect the Seahawks. They just won the Super Bowl. You gotta respect Sam Darnold. Fuck that bullshit. All right. I want to see the Rams absolutely destroy the Seahawks. I want to see a 40-20-ish type of blowout PC. And we're all going to be tuned into that game, brother. And then to end the night, the stupid ass, this is the one time I'll agree with Toto with Adam Silver. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. We got to end the night at 10 o'clock PC, 10:30 with the Nuggets versus the Warriors, which by that time, I'll probably
That
be
game's for flight.
yeah,
That's the only reason I like it.
that's the
I
game. Well, that's the game. We'll all be in our beds, probably playing our new handheld game system on our new phones. Maybe PC, you get the iPhone 18 or something. Your mom or sister decides to gift you with that because you're over there dying with that iPhone 11. Yes, PC. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, PC has an iPhone
I have
11
an
in
iPhone 13 Pro
2026.
Max.
But
mm,
anyways,
That's the
but
man with the
anyways.
Motorola, but continue.
Anyways, PC, what I'm basically saying is that's going to be the game. The Nuggets Warriors is going to be the game. We're all in bed, getting ready to go to sleep, brother. We'll have it playing on the background, and we'll just be doing something else on our phones or
Look, y'all thought I was joking. He got a Motorola, bro. That's why he been liking this whole time, man.
I'm gonna be gooning to train.
Okay. You're actually liking this
that
bad
because
this
that
time, brother. Well, I think we got the premise. This is definitely something that you feel about NFL. NFL on Christmas Day. Um, let's go with Bam next.
Um, this answer is kind of layered for me because I see the drawbacks in both sides. One, I remember Christmas last year. Uh, the motherfuckers was playing 3 games in a week in the NFL, and it's like, Roger, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, when it's stuff like that, I would hope that this year is better. But when it's Christmas games like that, when you got people playing 3 games in one week, and then you wonder why people are hurt so much, it's like, okay, what are we doing? And then in the NBA, everybody on here made a great point. PCTK made a great point. Um, it's just so much spectacle with Christmas NBA, and not in a good way. It's like, why do I want to see AI generated shit on my NBA broadcast? Yeah, you focus more on the storylines more than I mean, you focus more on advertising than you are the game. Like PC said back in 2016, we were focused on the storylines. I wanted to see the first game between Braun and Kyrie versus KD and stuff. I wanted to see that, and they focused on that storyline. Now, don't focus on none of that. It's straight advertising. It's Christmas. Let's advertise as much as possible. But in terms of just strictly for this year, NFL is not close. Like, you know, and it's just because I don't feel the excitement for the NBA. They haven't uh they haven't broadcasted and advertised well enough. In NFL, I'm completely excited for each one of these matchups. TK said it. Uh Packers Bears. Any real NFL fan knows that's one of the longest storied, most brutal rivalries in the NFL. Bills Broncos. We already know what that's going to be. Um, Rams Seahawks. Once again, going to be ridiculous. Why is there an NBA game on at 10 o'clock? Who's watching that? I'm going to be sleep. I'm old. I'm going to sleep at 10 o'clock. I'm not watching that. Right? So it's NFL without a doubt.
And Tolu. Actually, no,
I already
I'm
went.
tripping. All right, give me your answer. This is one thing is for certain. I think we're all going to be very entertained by that Christmas Day slate all across the board. Um, so I don't know. There's a lot of storylines. There's a lot of stories that may gel together this upcoming season for both sports. But with that being said, we're already halfway through the episode, so quick water check-in. Hydration check for all your listeners as well. Hopefully y'all have had a
Make
great
sure you,
day.
PC.
Um
I think we should start pushing that people need to
Oh
drink their milk.
hell. Dude. And then the natural
I
habitat and shit with the bananas.
I will go and say
The
nothing. Okay.
irony.
Whoa,
The
whoa, whoa,
Dude,
irony
whoa,
what are
whoa,
of
you
whoa,
Bam
whoa,
doing?
whoa.
Yankees, by the way.
Okay,
What
no,
are
no,
you
no, no. They can't see that.
doing?
They can't see that. I mean, this is
Irony. The
yeah,
irony.
this is the but mind you, you're the first guy that is like, hey, this is a PG show. My mom watches us.
What are you
Bro,
And then
doing?
you want to go ahead and do
Bro,
that.
it's just Sydney Sweeney, bro. It's not.
Okay, you
Yo!
don't have to see it again. You don't have to say it again.
Yo, send that to
This is
me,
it.
please.
Oh
Here,
my.
see,
Okay,
this is what
bro.
you
See,
this is
all
what you
right.
do.
I
No,
apologize.
you
I
can't, yeah,
apologize.
yeah,
Because
you can't
Tolu,
blame
you
anybody
just
but yourself right there, bro.
What? I
My
didn't say
God, bro.
nothing. That
Yeah,
what? I didn't
you're
say
something
you
different.
just
Y'all, I hope y'all enjoy the chaos as much as I do. Make sure you follow us on our socials, Sweet Sports all across the board. The slate between the NFL and NBA actually has me thinking a lot. And the NBA can really could probably learn a thing or two from other sports commissioners and promoters that may be able to handle a storyline a bit better, may be able to give Adam Silver and or Roger Goodell a few more pointers. So just up top of my dome, I'm kind of interested to hear everybody's answers down. I'm thinking about it. Would you rather, if you had to pick a side, would you rather go with Roger Goodell and Dana White or Adam Silver and Triple H slash TKO?
That's the worst choice ever, bro.
It's literally, I feel as though because I mean, actually, now that I think about it, TK they would be essentially hovering over both sides anyway. So like, if you had to pick like Roger Goodell and Dan White or Adam Silver and Triple H, I'm going with the Adam Silver side. Sadly, I'm going with the Adam Silver side mainly because Triple H is gonna get into this guy's head. Actually, who am I kidding? Oh my gosh, could you imagine we're running freaking LeBron versus Curry on Christmas Day, part 5,000.
Or 5,400 and
You know what? Never mind. Yeah, I actually go
Yeah,
with
man, give me
how did the
Roger Goodell.
Warriors even get a Christmas game? They stink.
Steph Curry.
I don't care. You know what? I am so glad that he has
So we not gonna act. So we just gonna act like Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, and it's not like a scary do over.
He can't even see that shit with a
no,
straight face. Get the
no,
fuck out of here.
no, no.
You can't even
Fuck
get
out
that
of here.
out.
He said
Started
It's
couldn't
not
see. Get
even
the
stuttering as
fuck
soon as
out
he
of
their
said
here.
that,
whole
bro.
off-season plan is let's hope we get LeBron. And
And they
that's
got
it.
nobody.
They got
Literally signed
nobody.
Legit
nobody.
nobody, bro.
Crazy.
Well,
Embarrassing.
I was
they
like, if
got
Steph,
Jimmy
I
coming
literally
back,
said, I'm
man.
like, if Steph Curry isn't a bitch, he'd request a trade. But he is. So he gets to ride off in the sunset suffering. That makes me so happy.
Look. Steph Curry for Tyrese Maxey. Who says no?
The Sixers, why would they do
I
that?
will literally fart on the phone for Mike Gansey himself.
It's Steph Curry though, bro.
I'm gonna drive up
No.
to where you live. I'm gonna fart in your face. And then I'm gonna get Tolu to pull up so that he can fart in your face, bro.
On God, we're not trading my star
I'm good.
point
I don't
guard
want pink eye, bro. I don't.
Tyrese in 2026 is better than Steph Curry. Can we be serious, please? You're gonna
All right,
respect
let's not
Tyrese.
go that far now,
You're
buddy.
gonna
Hold up.
respect Tyrese
Hold
Maxey.
on. Let's not go that far, buddy.
No.
Relax.
Tyrese Maxey in
That's another
2026 is better
conversation
than
for
Steph
another
Curry.
day. Hey,
Relax,
let
buddy.
me go back on track. That was my fault. That was my fault.
Tyrese
Let me get back
Maxey in
on track.
2026 is better.
Let's get to the penultimate topic of the night. We gotta talk about the Minnesota Vikings. All right. The continuing saga that is the Vikings this offseason. You know, we've already gotten some great generational memes off of week 1 preseason. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons, man. That's gonna be a genuine hilarious football team to watch this season. Them and the Giants. But the Falcons, specifically Tua and Michael Penix, sorry, gave us the first generational meme of this NFL season. I mean, Pops meme. You've done outstanding. You've done outstanding. May you rest in peace. We'll see you in Valhalla. Yes, now we got Tua and Michael Penix. Michael playing at Tua. With that being said, again, I'm getting off topic. The Vikings, they have officially announced that Kyler Murray will be the starter. And Bleacher Reports has already given out a couple of trade destinations for JJ McCarthy. Now moving forward, was this the right decision on Minnesota's part? And what are your expectations for this team now that Kyler is the starting quarterback? Let's start with you on this one, Bam.
It has been the right decision for a minute. I think we all knew that soon as Kyler Murray was brought in, that was pretty much his job, regardless how much KOC was trying to act like it was a competition. Not really. So I think they made a great decision. Uh, I'm always going to say it, and it's always going to be a debate, but I don't believe in giving up on young quarterbacks so quickly. I know that JJ has been utter dog shit, but people often underestimate how much of a learning curve it is in the NFL. Um, so I don't think you give up on him quite yet. As in, you keep him in a backup, you let him learn from Kyler, uh, and you go from there. You hope that Kyler doesn't go down, but you prepare in case he does, and hope that JJ can learn something. Um, I expect the Vikings to be in the battle for that division. That defense has improved, and it was already a great defense. It's improved even more. Um, their only problem just is the offense. If that offense can get gelling, if Kyler can get the ball in the hands of Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, uh, Aaron Jones. You can get those guys the ball successfully without giving the other team the ball. They have the talent to be in the fight for that division. I don't think that they will be, NFC champs or nothing like that, but they can make the playoffs to make a little bit of noise. So it just Kyler has to be healthy and Kyler has to be bought in.
TK.
Um, it's all right. So I trust Kevin O'Connell, PC. First of all, I believe that Kevin O'Connell is one of the greatest offensive minds in the league and a true quarterback whisperer. I believe who's the two quarterbacks that he had before?
Sam Darnold, he had
Sam
Detroit,
Darnold and
and
who's
Kirk Cousins
Kirk
too,
Cousins.
and
There he goes. So Sam Darnold and Kirk Cousins. I think we'd all agree that when they were under Kevin O'Connell, they had some of the best seasons in their entire careers, especially Sam Darnold. I mean, Sam Darnold is, or Kevin O'Connell is the reason why Sam Darnold is $100 million plus quarterback in the NFL right now, bro. I think that with a guy like Kyler Murray, PC, it's a little different from the two previous quarterbacks that he's had. But I think Kyler Murray is a lot more talented. I think that there's a lot more that you could do with the Kyler Murray. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. It's gonna be very interesting to watch. Because the previous two quarterbacks that he had the best seasons of their careers, I would expect Kyler Murray. If you want me to give you a stat line, 3,500 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, and like 9 interceptions. Which I think for Kyler Murray, I don't know, is that too much? Is that too crazy? Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
I
just
said
a
30.
little
It's not
bit.
like I said
Just a
Let's
little
bring
40.
it
bit.
back a
It's
little
not
bit.
like it's not like I
Let's
said 4,000
no,
yards, 40 touchdowns. I
he's
said
never
35.
he's 30 touchdowns is let's bring it back.
It's not prime Kyler
Bring it
Murray.
back. Yeah. I think we're talking a bit too high on Kyler right now. Look, Kyler, this is his last stand as a
I mean, if you can get 35
starting
or
quarterback in
whatever
the
it
NFL.
was out of if you
I'm
can
about
get
to say,
35 touchdowns out of Sam Darnold, I think you can get 30 out of Kyler Murray.
bro, can we respect Sam Darnold, bro? Can we do that? Why do we keep like?
Not talking
I
about Sam Darnold like he's
We're
some sort of bum, bro.
we're
Super Bowl
we're past
champ.
the
yeah,
point of him seeing
eh,
ghosts. Like he is a serviceable quarterback in the NFL, serviceable starting quarterback in the NFL.
because
So much so,
because of Kevin
so
O'Connell.
so much, yeah. And we can attest to that. He helped start it, but Kevin O'Connell wasn't the only reason why Sam Darnold evolved in quarterback. He was the backup in San Francisco, where he was playing under Kyle Shanahan's system. Need us forget that was where his first Super Bowl appearance was. And then he went to Seattle to become the starter there. And again, a system with Clint Kubiak, who just so happens to be the head coach for the Raiders now. Like, it's not just Kevin O'Connell that gave Sam Darnold that push. I think this is more so a testament to, like that's more so a testament to Sam Darnold than it is to Kevin O'Connell reviving his career. Um, it's I think the Vikings they're gonna be fine with Kyler Murray as the quarterback. Is Kyler Murray going to have this outstanding like first team all pro season? No. I think his I think his ceiling is 25 touchdowns this season. I don't think
Okay,
that's
so
crazy.
all right. So before I finish my take and then move on, come here, piece. Let me ask you something. When
Mm.
is this a Kyler Murray hate club? Did I miss something?
No,
I'm just saying
not in.
when he I thought
Nah,
Because
ain't no
I thought
Kyler
we were
Murray.
supposed to. I thought we were supposed to support our brothers. Like I support Jalen Hurts all the time. You're supposed to support Kyler Murray.
Yeah, that's a fucking lie. Don't
All
even
right,
lie to me like that.
You know,
all right. But all jokes aside, before I move on though, I don't think 30 touchdowns, 3,500 yards is that crazy. I think maybe it's because it's Kyler Murray, but I think there's just a lot more you can do with Kyler Murray. Pause. Because of how much more talented he is than the previous two quarterbacks that Kevin O'Connell had. So, okay, PC. What if I say this? What if I say 3,500 yards, but I throw rushing in there too? What if that plays a
Sure.
okay?
Sure. Let's say
So let's
20.
okay. So
I'll give
so
you
let me
a
do
stat
that.
line of I'll give you a stat line of 3,200 yards, 20 passing touchdowns,
whoa,
and
whoa,
8
whoa,
rushing touchdowns, totaling up to
whoa.
28
Okay,
total
what are
touchdowns.
we? Stop it. That is so disrespectful, bro.
It's not disrespectful at all.
That
Wait,
is
Not
what you say,
disrespectful.
so
PC?
I
disrespectful.
said 3,200 yards, 20 passing touchdowns, 8 rushing touchdowns,
20
28
passing
TDs.
touchdowns? Are you
Yeah,
serious, brother?
yeah.
With Justin Jefferson on the team and Jordan Addison on the team. And I'm sorry, I'm high. I forgot the tight end who's also really good on the team. Can somebody say his name?
TJ
TJ
Hawkinson.
TJ
Hawkins.
Hawkinson, yeah.
didn't they
Really,
add
really
Javon
good offensive
Jennings
line.
too?
What for and also why doesn't anybody talk about how elite the Vikings defense is also? Like they got a lot
And
going. They got
Flores.
a lot of good going on over there, PC. All Kyler, bro. You know what, PC? You know what? You just pissed me off.
Again,
Close
you
your
just
mouth.
have
It's
to
still my
factor in
take. I'm
so
still
many
giving my
things.
take. You
You
know what?
still have
Kyler
to
Murray.
factor in them playing in the
Kyler
NFC North too.
Murray. Yeah.
This is the toughest
First of all,
division to
I
play
didn't
in.
even give a record for the Vikings yet. I'm just giving stats for Kyler Murray. So now that you pissed me off, 3,800 total yards, 3,800 yards, including rushing. He's gonna have 36 total touchdowns, and he's gonna have single digit interceptions. PC. Kevin O'Connell is that guy. He's gonna be the one to turn he's gonna be the one to revive his career, turn his career around. And PC. Since you won a record, I understand. You got the Bears, you got the Lions, you got the Packers, and then the Vikings. The Vikings will win anywhere between 8 and 10 games. I'm very, very iffy on the 10 PC. I think it'll probably be single digits, like 8, 9 games realistically, just because that division is so tough. You got another year, Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. The Packers, even when nobody ever talks about them every year, but they always seem to win 10 games a year. And then you got the Lions, who I expect to be better. So yeah, unfortunately, they may not make the playoffs, PC, but that doesn't mean that Kyler Murray won't have his best year that he's had of his entire career. So yeah, you are a hater. I didn't know that you and Bam were part of the Kyler Murray hate club. I will
I
not I
don't
will
hate
not be
him.
a I will
He just ain't that.
no. You know why? It's just because he's small. He's the same size as Jello, 5'5". I get it. He's a smaller quarterback. We don't want to believe in him, but cut it out. All right, dude is talented. He's gonna show y'all
He
this
all
year.
right. He cool. He ain't 3,800
He's a
for 40
mixture.
total
All right,
touchdowns.
so he's a
Say what I
mixture
think he's
of.
gonna say. I dare you. I knew he was gonna say it. I swear to God.
Wait, bro, how the fuck you knew I was gonna say it though, nigga?
Because I've been hearing that. I've been hearing that shit since he got in the league.
And I
It's
think
funny to
if
me.
look, Gianni, if just hear me out. If Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson had a baby, it's Kyler Murray.
What?
He just never had the right coach.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Can we
you're
kick
funny,
this
dude.
nigga out of here, man?
Yeah,
I'm so
it's
glad.
crazy.
Wait. Before I commit, I just want to confirm. What was your final stat line for Kyler this upcoming season?
3,800 total yards.
Yep.
36 total touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
Okay. I just wanted to confirm. So now that you've given me your sideline, do you believe that Kyler Murray is going to be MVP finalist this season?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Because looking back at what's the last three MVPs for the league have done, Matthew Stafford, last season he finished with 46 passing touchdowns. He had just around 4,700 passing yards. Then you had Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen the year before that. 25 passing touchdowns, around 3,700 passing yards. And then Lamar Jackson, the year before that, excuse me, with his stat line, which hold up, I'm gonna pull up for you to see right here in just 1 second. Lamar Jackson in 2022, his stat line ended up being only 21 passing yards and 2,500 passing yards and 21 touchdowns. So you're telling me that Kyler Murray not only have 30 plus passing touchdowns, but he'll also have double digit rushing touchdowns. Is that what I'm coming to believe for you, TK? Yes, no, maybe so. He's already zoned out. It's because I've got him set points.
Maybe like no, maybe I'll give him like 8 rushing touchdowns, which would mean he'd have about 27, 28 passing.
Well, no, you said 30. You said 30 plus passing touchdowns.
Well, no, and then I put in consideration that I was going to throw in rushing touchdowns in there.
Yeah.
So I'll give him 26 passing, and I'll give him like 8 rushing.
Okay. Either way, that's still very crazy. Those are stat lines of an MVP. Kyler Murray ain't winning MVP this season, man. It's just not happening. Look, again, great for Kyler that he won the starting job, but let's be serious for a second. 3,800 passing yards, close to 30 total touchdowns for Kyler. What single digit interceptions? Really? His best years in Arizona, he wasn't able to provide those numbers. And yet here we are with Kevin O'Connell as his head coach. I don't think there's going to be a career revitalization. There might be a bit more of a consistent Kyler, maybe even more of a healthier Kyler this season. But the last thing he should be thinking about is how is he going to step bad? How am I going to keep this job? You already won the starting job. JJ McCarthy, he is cooked. I don't know if y'all saw the TikTok of the one British shoe breaking down how he literally cannot throw the football because it hurts him. JJ McCarthy is cooked. He may not even get a shot at a UFL team, let alone another NFL team. So if Kevin O'Connell wasn't able to fix JJ McCarthy, and you're already playing double division in the NFL, especially in the NFC, with hungry, team like the Bears who are looking to expand on what they did last year, Packers with their defense, and the Lions if they could stay healthy. What are we doing here with the Vikings? I believe 7 to 8 wins is respectable, but to think that Kyler Murray is going to be that guy, like they'll be lucky to get maybe 1, possibly 2 game-winning drives out of Kyler Murray this season, man. Defense is going to do a lot of heavy lifting. Brian Flores is going to be up. He's going to be up very late at night. There's going to be a lot of sleepless nights for Brian Flores this upcoming season, trying to figure out how to stop opposing offenses because Kyler Murray, he's gonna do an average job, above average job, and when he does that above average job, it's gonna be enough for him to maybe say this sorry for at least 1 more year. But let's be serious. Let's be serious about Kyler for a second, man. Like, come on now. That first stat line you gave was crazy, and then I pissed you off, and you made it even worse. Diabolical, bro. Gianni.
Man, I have to hear TK. TK is funny, man. He's now like hyping Kyler, and then he trashes our quarterback, PC. You see this, man? I'm gonna tell you one thing here. I think Kyler's gonna have a good year. Not the year TK is saying, 34 touchdowns. That's insane. That's an MVP type numbers, basically. Josh Allen had that type of season. He won MVP 2 years ago. I think they have a chance to win the North because the North, to me, is like like a clown juggling the ball around. Basically, that's how I look at that division. Basically, you don't know who's gonna come out and win that division. I like what the Bears did in the all season. I think Kyler Murray winning the job was perfect for them. But I look at the Bears, for example. I have questions about their defense. I look at the Lions' health and their defense. I look at the Packers. The Packers, they don't have enough weapons, I think, receiving. And then you look at their defense, they're banged up time to time. So they got a chance because they got a top 10 defense. That defense is insane, honestly. And then you look at their offense, they have all the weapons and everything. But Kyler Murray has to step up this season because, like PC said, this is his last chance. If he screws up this chance, I don't think he's going to get another opportunity, honestly, in the league because this is the perfect offense to go into right now. And at this point, I think they have a chance at winning the division. I wouldn't go 7, 8 wins. I'd probably go like 10, 11. But I don't know if that's enough to even make the playoffs if they don't win the division. That's the thing. There's so many good teams in the NFC that maybe 10 wins, 11 wins is not enough this season. Like, it's just a crazy division. I think the Vikings have a chance. I think Kyler is going to have a good year. I think 25 to 30 touchdowns, that range maybe, like 25, 26, 27, around there. I have him at touchdown range. But man, TK is just hilarious, man, with this. And like you see it, right, PC? It's just crazy.
How did we get Jalen Hurts from a
Oh my
topic
God.
about Kyler Murray?
That's not what I'm reacting to.
No,
No, you're genuinely special. Like you're a special individual, TK.
Thank you. You know what, PC, you're special too, man. You know, you're a good dude. Got a good heart, fat ass,
Yeah,
big
man.
fat
What?
juicy bubble butt. Um,
Yo,
you know,
Somebody else go, bro. Somebody else go, bro. Please.
I guess I'll go next. Nah, TK, you gay as hell. Anyway, I mean, I think everyone touched on it. I mean, I feel like Kyler's gonna have an average year.
Whoa.
Oh my God, you know that's not what I mean, bro.
Whoa.
Pause, bro.
Pause. But JJ McCarthy's cooked. He's about to be in the CFL soon. I mean, I don't think he's gonna have a chance anymore. So that's cooked. But I think they have a chance to win the North, the NFC North. Um, I'm not even just looking at Kaiser. I'm looking at the whole entire team. Jettas, Jordan Addison, Hawkinson, and then defense, Byron Murphy, Andrew Van Ginkel, Dallas Turner. Like their defense is crazy. They create turnovers. There could be a very, very annoying team to play. So I think 10 wins is realistic and maybe 11. I would predict them to be 11-6 if Kyler stays healthy, but I'm picking them to be to pick the North to win the North. I feel like Detroit. I don't trust them. They're not healthy. Chicago. I mean, obviously it's Caleb Williams. I feel like hopefully he doesn't get hit with the Madden curse because that the Madden cover is kind of mid. But obviously Green Bay. I don't trust Jordan Love in any playoff setting football and they just gave who do they give like who's the wide receiver they gave so much money to? Uh, who's that wide receiver? What's his name?
For the Packers or the Lions?
For the Packers. Who's that wide receiver they gave like so much money to?
Matthew Golden
Matthew?
No,
No.
or
Christian
Christian
Watson.
Watson. I'm
Christian
sorry.
Watson. Yes, Christian Watson. They overpaid the hell out of that man, and he hasn't stayed healthy. In fact, I don't even think he's the best wide receiver on that team. It's clearly Matthew Golden who's wide receiver one, but that's another topic. I think I think the Vikings could win the North. I think they could legit finish with 11 wins if Kyler is just stay serious. So, yeah.
Uh, Hilarious stuff, bro. Genuinely hilarious stuff. I have no words. Yeah, that's it. I have no words. Let's just get to the last topic of the night. Let's get to the last topic of the night. Let's talk fantasy for a second. Living and true fantasy. Shout out to my man Mushin Mook.
All
What
right,
you
I guess
guys?
I'll go first. My fantasy would probably be hold up. Oh, you meant? Oh, my bad.
And he's lagging while he's saying this,
Bro,
bro.
I literally thought I missed something. I'm like, he didn't even say the question.
You're so gay, dude. Oh my gosh, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, bro.
I thought this was
2089.
our other podcast.
2089. They take your brain out. One of them is gonna get electrically shocked, bro. One of those scientists are gonna take your brain and be just absolutely bamboozled by all the
I'm
shit
not.
that
All
they
right,
see,
dude.
bro.
Relax. I'm not AB, bro. Let's just calm down.
Yeah, yo,
You might be
genuinely,
worse.
bro.
You might be
Okay.
Yeah,
worse than me.
you might actually be
Tolu.
worse,
Okay,
bro.
Tolu. I know you not talking, brother.
I am a normal human being. I don't know what you're
Yeah.
None of you
Yeah,
are normal.
you guys should have seen what Tola sent me earlier in unsent.
I don't
This
want
guy's
Nah,
crazy,
that
man.
was bro.
and
Dog.
don't
Bro.
even think about it, bro.
It's
You will
just
get
like
blocked so quick,
no. I
bro.
need Tolu to understand. If your phone ever gets confiscated by the police, you're going to prison, dude.
I didn't do nothing. I don't know what y'all
It's
talking
not
about.
funny. You're going to prison, bro.
I didn't do nothing. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah, Tola, you're cooked,
Yeah,
man.
Just because
yeah.
I
I'm gonna
love
hack
somebody,
But
your
you
phone,
can't
Tolu,
man.
all
just
jokes aside, you should send it to PC right now, just so he can
No,
see what.
no,
Yeah, send it
Send
to
it to
no.
PC.
PC.
If
Please
you
send it to
send
you
it
know
to me,
what?
PC.
you're
You know
getting
I will
blocked,
send
bro.
it to PC.
You're getting blocked. I'm never letting you on this episode again, bro. Never letting you on this podcast again, bro. I swear. Anyways, would you rather have 5 rings, $60 million made in your NBA career, or 0 rings, $450 made in your NBA career? I'm not gonna lie, I'm going the James Harden method, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, to be honest, I mean, 450 mil is 450 mil, bro. Like, I'm a made man. I'm a made man regardless on if I win a ring or not. There's already Hall of Fame careers that do not need a ring for it to be a Hall of Fame career. Look at Mari Stoudemire. Shout out to Mari Stoudemire. He just went into the Basketball Hall of Fame. That man was a 3-time All Star, 3-time first team All Pro, and Rookie of the Year. That's it. So like, if I can make 450 million, half a billion in my NBA career, but I have 0 rings. I'm sure there's plenty like endorsement deals to be made from that. Especially like with how you know the economy is always going to rise, so like money is steadily going to rise for players anyway. Absolutely, yes, 450 million, no ring. I'll be like my goat AI, bro. Shout out to him. That's my answer. Um, TK.
I mean, $60 million, PC. You could live pretty comfortably with that for the rest of your life, bro. Like generations on top of generations, bro. It just really depends on how you spend it.
Taxes.
Yeah, but I mean,
Or something left over.
I just feel like legacy is worth more than money. If I can go to McDonald's right now and be like, I don't got no cash on me, I don't got no card on me, but I got legacy. Can I get a number 6, a large number 10?
They look at you, bro. They gonna laugh in your face.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know what they're gonna
couldn't
do
even do
actually,
it,
but
bro.
I can't say, bro. I know what they would do.
I couldn't
I
even
know what.
do it, bro. I 100%
Yeah,
agree. I 100%
no.
agree with PC. Give me the $450 million, $500 million, bro, in this economy, dude. Like
Shit, half a
to
billion. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Half a billion. Plus, I have a chance to work at any sports studio that I want to. I can work at Fox, NBC, and Netflix, freaking ESPN. I'm straight.
PC. You could make your own like
Yeah,
network with 450 million. Like, bro, what it like? I get people who choose the rings, like people who truly just love the game. PC, like they believe that those rings carry legacy, like they carry a story. It's something that they can never take away from you. I get that. You telling me I still had an NBA career and I could still possibly get in the Hall of Fame like PC, like you pointed out. There's plenty of players in the Hall of Fame that don't have rings, bro. There's not plenty of players in the Hall of Fame that have $450 million, though, PC. So, yeah, man, give me the $450 million every single time. Having a ring would be cool, but yeah, bro, it's an easy choice for me, bro. Give me the money every single time.
Yeah. Tolu?
Obviously getting the 450 million. As LeBron James said once he lost the finals to the Dallas Mavericks in 2011 to that reporter who says that is this, losing the finals a bust? And he specifically said that at the end of the day, I'm rich and y'all are broke. I mean,
Nigga is quoting a 2011 LeBron. Do you ever take it out of your mouth? Do you ever take Bron's cock out of your mouth, brother? Like,
no,
ever?
I'm deep throating that shit forever.
Okay.
Anyway,
He doubled down. Oh my
I'm deep
Lord.
throating it forever and ever. Okay, I'm Savannah 2.0, nigga. Shut up. But anyways, I'm not
Yo,
even thinking about it.
Do you
yo.
know how insane that was, bro? What, brother?
What? Did I stutter, nigga? I ain't stuttered.
Oh my, no, and that's the problem.
Like what? I ain't stuttered.
I
Like,
hope PC, I hope PC went to go get the flag, bro, because that is a major yellow flag, bro. Thank you,
That's
thank
exactly
you,
why I went to go and get.
thank you. Because like, what are we doing? What are we doing here, bro?
Matter of fact, I'm throwing the red flag.
Like, bro,
we
get him out.
genuinely have to like have a conversation about you, Tolu, bro. Like,
I don't care. Whatever Pookie wants, he gets. If he needs his bussy massaged, I'll massage it.
oh my god, bro, yo.
It doesn't mean
Okay.
Yo, just give your answer, gang.
okay. I'm not gonna sit here and act like championships don't matter, James Harden. But I love to have 5 rings, obviously, and have a legacy. But you're telling me I have to give up. You're telling me I can get 450 million? Like, come on, give me the 450 million. I'm taking care of the family. I'm investing. I'm building schools in Africa. I'm buying properties. I'm traveling. I'm setting up future generations. And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm going to buy the University of Pitt. And then I'm going to go up to Stephen Sutton and I'm going to say, you know what, Stephen Sutton? This is my school now, motherfucker. Since you want to betray your homies in Baltimore, I go up and buy the school that you betrayed your homies for so I can rub it in my face. And since I'm a Penn State alum, I'll be like, Penn State owning Pitt once again. I mean, it's perfect storybook ending because I get to own Stephen Sutton once again in Penn State and Pitt rivalry because we all know Penn State will forever own the University of Pittsburgh, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do when I buy that school and rub it in fucking Bam's face forever and eternity. Oh God,
So you get $450 million, and I'm your first thought. That's what you think about. You think about me,
because
you get $450 million.
you decided to
I was gonna say I don't think 450 million.
You decided to abandon your homies for motherfuckers in North Allegheny. You are a betrayal to the city.
How did we get here from $450 million?
So I'm a betrayal, but you ain't a betrayal for thinking about me when you could buy your village clean water. You think about me. You ain't thinking about saving your village and buying your village clean water.
I told you I'm going to build
houses
schools
that
in
ain't mud
Africa. What
houses.
you talking about?
That's what you think
I told
about.
you I'm building schools in Africa. The water is going to be taken care of. But I'm going to take care of the University of Schittsburg when I destroy them finally for buying that entire school and demolishing it right in front of your face.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Let me get this stupidity, CTE brain ass shit straight. You're going to buy a school for a bunch of millions of dollars. Then you're going to destroy the school and waste the millions of dollars. And then that's it.
I'm gonna build. I'm gonna build
This
another
brother
school.
thinks
I'm
he's
gonna
like
build. I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make a Penn State territory right in front of Bear Monte's face, and he's gonna love it because he
Tolu, when
betrayed
you're
his
when you're on
you
the
team.
think you're like
coroner's
Mr.
table,
Beast or something, bro?
when you're on the coroner's table and they cut your skull open and take your brain, they need to just pick it up and throw that bitch against the wall. That's what they need to do. That bitch don't need
This is
to
the
be
same person. He
reproduced, donated,
betrayed
none of
his
that.
people in Baltimore for North Allegheny niggas. This is what he
You,
did, and I will never let him go for this
Oh
stuff.
my
do
gosh,
you know
Ryan.
that Penn State and Rutgers have more of a rivalry than any school in Maryland and Pittsburgh? Do you know that?
I don't care. You went to Pitt. You abandoned your homies in Maryland for Pitt. I would never let that go. You
Total, you
abandoned
work
them.
for the Steelers right
Ladies
now,
and
bro. You
gentlemen,
can't
this
Don't
is
you
what
say
you
literally
that.
call
For the
like
Steelers anymore. I quit
this
that
is
job. I
this
was
is what
using
you
it to
call
build
cognitive
stepping stones.
dissonance. Because I keep telling this motherfucker, the Maryland and Pitt have no type of rivalry, and he keeps saying it. This is what you call
Okay,
cognitive dissonance,
whatever you
ladies and
say,
gentlemen.
Bam Monte. You got it, man. You got it.
go give your answer, Bam.
Give me $450 million. This I don't need to explain myself any further. Fuck them rings. I'm
Yeah,
rich.
Gianni, 450 mil.
You know something? I'm gonna be different. I don't want to be a loser like James Harden, so I'll take the 60 million, 5 rings, and have a legacy. Screw James Harden. Screw his legacy. I'd rather get the 60 million.
You know what? Fair,
What
This
fair.
did
is
James Har-
this is
What did James Harden do
generational
to
hate,
you?
I can't,
bruh.
I
Everything.
can't fuck.
Choke
Yo,
in the
Gianni been
playoffs.
all summer long,
Choke
bro.
in
I
the
can't fuck.
playoffs. Take the money
What
instead of
did
I need
James
that Harden
Harden do
message.
to you though?
Like,
What did he do?
like this
Nah,
thing, yo,
their
G
fans is
has
always putting him
genuinely been on like
in
a
the
generational
conversation with
run.
D Wade. So I'm tired
You
of
know
that.
that.
That
what?
was
That's
crazy.
fair. That's
That
fair.
was crazy. The fact that Harden and
Like
trying to
this is
put him
generational hate.
like, I mean, I don't blame Gianni. I mean, he's not in the same breath as D
Yeah,
Wade.
so give me
I
the
mean, he
60
kind
million,
of
the
is. Well, no,
the
not
five
really.
rings.
No, he's not.
Yes,
No, he's
he is.
not.
Yes,
No,
he is.
he is
He's a
not.
top. He's
I'm not
top
gonna
five
look,
shooting guard
bro.
all
Come
time
on,
already.
bro.
Totally.
He's
You
not better
just
than Dwayne Wade.
well,
Stop.
duh. Dwayne
Nobody
Wade is
said he
part of
was
the big
better.
three.
He's
Like, what
not
the
in
fuck are
the
you
same
talking about?
strat. Okay, there are three people sitting at the table. It's Kobe, D Wade, and MJ. James Harden
And
is
then it's
waiting
James Harden
outside.
right, and then it's James Harden right there at number 4.
No,
What?
James Harden is waiting
So
outside.
give me
That's what he
the
is.
top. Give me the top 4 shooting guards right now. Go ahead.
All right, obviously the gambler number one, Kobe number two, D Wade number three. I don't even think. Not
Uh
even
huh.
putting AI over James Harden. I don't even care.
To be honest,
You're
now,
putting AI over James Harden.
No, I'm putting AI
You
over James
shouldn't be
Harden.
allowed.
Absolutely.
Then
I'm
you
hey,
shouldn't be
still
allowed
I'm
to
not
talk
gonna
about
lie.
James
I'm not
Harden.
gonna lie,
AI.
bro.
Stop
I'm
it.
not even gonna lie to you. There's an argument. There's more of an argument for Klay Thompson over James Harden than there is for. I,
MVPs. What are
AI
I'm
we
just
has an
saying.
doing
I'm
here?
just
MVP.
saying.
Yeah,
Like
I'd
AI
rather
has
have
an
there's more of a
Klay
What are
MVP.
conversation
Thompson
we
for
than
Klay
doing
James
here?
over
Harden.
AI
James
has an
Harden
MVP.
than there is
AI
for D
took his
Wade over
team to
James
the
Harden.
finals. AI stole a game against Shaq and Kobe. James Harden's fat ass
James
ain't doing that.
Harden went a straight month averaging like 60, bro. What are
Okay,
we doing here?
congratulations. He
What are
never
we
made the finals.
I'm just saying about. Don't mind me.
AI and AI has a
DC, I
way bigger
agree
Bam,
with
bam. Are you
Klay
hearing this
Thompson
right
over
now, bro?
James Harden.
AI
Are
has
you
a
hearing
way
this right
bigger
now, bro?
influence than
Why?
James
Yeah,
Why?
Harden.
Looked it
man.
up right now. What?
I get James Harden is a choker and one of the worst playoff performers of all time, but we're not gonna sit here and disrespect James Harden like that, bro.
It's not just
Houston,
TK,
Houston Rockets, James Harden is one of the greatest players we have
and
ever
so was
seen, dude.
2001 Allen Iverson, who actually took his team to
Nigga,
the.
you were like 4. What are you
I don't
talking
care.
about?
Don't care. I saw
Okay. Let's not
That's a
disrespect
different
my
league,
goat.
dude. It's a different league, dude.
TK, I
It's
have
still
no
Allen
sports.
patience
Iverson.
with.
Allen Iverson at
Look,
six.
if you want to acknowledge that
Foot,
era, then damn it, we can acknowledge
Allen
greatness
Iverson
from
at six
AI.
foot one something stole a game from Shaq and Kobe. Fatty Harden is not doing
Is
that.
there a banner for that? Do we get we hang that up somewhere? Like, who gives a
Yes,
fuck?
because
Like,
his
good for
second
him.
best player was 50-year-old Dikembe Mutombo. Like, what are we
Good for
doing here?
him that
What are
we
we doing?
there's no banner for that. Like,
Yeah,
we
There's
don't
I'm
no
going
banner
celebrate
for
Klay
that.
James
Like,
Thompson
Harden
good
over
for
for
him.
James
James
But
Harden.
Harden's one
I'll
MVP.
say AI had more of a everlasting reputation. He revolutionized the game, like genuinely. Like James Harden, what can I say? James Harden did that changed the game
The
for the
mid
better.
step back. Like, the fuck out of here, man. No.
The step back. I don't know.
The step back flopping shit that he did. Like, I don't want to see that shit.
I'm gonna let y'all disrespect James Harden. The listeners are hear this and just
Hold
I
on,
would
shake their
drop
Tolu.
heads.
James Harden more
Tolu, you
down
talking
on
about
the list.
flopping. Your GOAT was a flopper for a while.
Okay. He's not flopping. He's not flopping while shooting step back threes, though. There's a difference. Okay?
Are you shitting?
TK.
Who
Are you
cares?
shitting
Flopping
right
is
now?
flopping.
Yo,
Who gives a
If
fuck?
flopping is
What's
flopping.
the difference?
I'll
What's
say
the
this.
difference?
I
To
don't
add to the
care.
James Harden hate, I won't even put him in top 5 shooting guard.
Yeah,
Honestly.
Gianni, you shouldn't be allowed to have to talk when it comes to
I
James Harden
will
topics.
put
Well,
James
so
Harden
let's think
at
about it. Like,
5.
right? Ready? You think about it. MJ, Kobe. You have oh my gosh.
D-Wade.
You have MJ, Kobe, D Wade,
Wait,
AI. I think okay.
I'm not putting
Say
AI over
it,
James
TC.
Harden. I'm
Don't say
sorry.
it.
Oh,
Do
Klay
not
Thompson.
say
I'm
I'm
it,
sorry.
tripping.
TC.
I'm
Don't.
tripping. Klay Thompson, bro. Like
I'm
bro,
not putting Klay Thompson over James Harden.
Klay
What are we
Thompson.
doing?
Klay Thompson in his prime. Klay Thompson in his prime. He was an
Klay Thompson
excellent.
was a
He was one
number
of the best
2 next
two-way
to Steph
defenders.
Curry. He was
37
never
You're
asked
not
to be
gonna
a
say
number 1.
TK, but TK,
37
you're not gonna
points in a
sit here and
quarter.
tell me that Klay Thompson's shot wasn't one of the most bruh. His
60
consistency was
points, 11
excellent in his prime.
dribbles. 60 points,
Once
11
again, where's the banner for
That's
that? Hang it up
great.
somewhere.
That's awesome.
I
I'm
don't
not
give a
saying
fuck. I
that Klay
don't
Thompson
care.
isn't one of the best shooters of all time. Top
Like
3 shooter of all time.
I don't even want to disagree with it,
But
but I just
James
want y'all to
Harden.
see the vision with Klay Thompson, putting Klay Thompson over James Harden. That's all. Like you still said James Harden.
I
So
will
let
put
me
Harden
ask
at
you this,
5.
PC. If Klay Thompson was asked to do what James Harden was asked to do over there in Houston, what's the
It
outcome?
wouldn't be the same.
At all.
No, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have the same.
They're not even a playoff team.
But that's also not Klay Thompson's game. He was never asked to do that.
Which
He
is
was more of
why
a two-way.
you can't. The bottom line is you can't put Klay Thompson on James Harden. What are
TK
we
is a
doing?
Harden glazer.
What are we doing?
This is not good.
I'm not. I don't even. Y'all, bro.
I can't believe that you're a Harden glazer.
I never really talk about James Harden, but we're not gonna disrespect James Harden though. Like, come on, dog.
Not disrespect.
Like, if you want to
bro.
say he's not a winner, you want to say he's a choker, all that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm with
cool.
you.
But
100%.
if you
can
want to
never
talk about
respect James
one of the
Harden.
most skilled players to ever touch a fucking basketball, James Harden is one of the most skilled motherfuckers to ever touch a basketball. Literally.
That's his OKC fandom talking. You see, this is what Steven does, man. This is what
He wasn't the
No.
player. He wasn't even the
And-
player.
and-
Like, he was a sixth man in OKC. He didn't become Harden until he got to Houston. I used to watch this motherfucker bust our ass. Like,
Well,
And
I'm
unfortunately for him, he don't have.
putting Harden at 5.
If
I'm not
James
putting-
Harden had, what does Dwayne Wade have? 3 rings.
Yeah.
If James Harden had 3 rings,
Oh no, there would
it
be
would
no
be
question.
it would be a legit conversation. Is James Harden better
We're
than
not gonna act
D-Wade?
like James Harden didn't play with good
So-
players.
That's a what
But
if.
he doesn't.
That's a
No,
massive
no,
what if.
Exactly. He doesn't, which is why he's the 4th
Harden
best
is now the
shooting,
if man.
which is why he's the 4th best shooter of all
It's
time.
now the if man.
This is crazy, man.
I mean,
To be
not
honest,
really
to
in
be
my
honest,
eyes. I mean,
the
Now
if
he's
man-
Justin Herbert, basically, of
If
basketball.
there was an if man for the NBA, it'd probably be James Harden.
no,
Well,
it's not. No,
would
it's
be.
not.
Nah,
It's not
'cause
James Harden.
James Harden,
James Harden has an
playoff games.
MVP. Justin
He-
Herbert hasn't.
And he
I
won
wouldn't even-
playoff games.
I wouldn't call him the if man because everybody knows he's a choker. It's not, oh, if he had this.
Okay.
No, James Harden has been in great
So-
situations and choked. Nobody's
yeah.
debating that, but
All
we
right,
are just saying
so
from a skill
I'll agree with
perspective.
you all there, but now I'm thinking of like who would be like if man in the NBA.
Kevin Durant.
Probably it's probably LeBron.
Huh?
I'm gonna be
All right,
honest.
yeah, it's time to end the episode, bro.
No,
It's probably LeBron.
It's-
How was LeBron
no.
the if man? What?
TK, you ain't gonna like this.
Dumb nigga go, bro.
TK,
Fall
you
in
ain't gonna
the
like
trap.
this.
If you say Luka,
It's
dog,
Luka
I'm
Doncic.
Actually, no, it actually is Luca right now, bro.
Okay.
It actually is Luka. Now I think about it.
I want to
The
rage
episode.
bait TK. I want to rage bait TK. Joel Embiid has more accolades than Luka Doncic.
Oh,
And the
well,
crowd goes
I'm
wild,
definitely
bro.
not gonna listen to you talk about Joel Embiid, brother. After all the years you shit on him.
Yeah, we ain't taking.
No,
this
you know
seriously.
what you can do, Tolu?
Say
Find
something,
that one graphic. Find that one Luca graphic. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Where
with the burger next to me.
Yeah, Yeah.
With the burger next to it.
Genuinely is
So
one of my
so
favorite.
so this is what we're doing now.
Look, if there was an
I
Bam,
only
you
Xmas,
said it
seeing
like
this,
because
right?
like
because
right now,
You seeing this, right? How
like I'm saying,
Tolu
TK.
Tolu is a Sixers fan now. So now he's shitting on. This is what we're doing now.
Yes, now I can bend him to
Tolu,
my.
you better not
Wait,
root for
pause.
a
Whoa,
single Lakers
that
game
was
whoa.
this
almost
season, brother.
crazy. Now, I said pause. I did say pause
He
though. I
said
did say pause.
that's
I did say
insane.
pause. I stopped myself from
Yo,
completing that sentence, bro. I was
yo.
gonna say now that I have the Bronsexual on my same in the same fandom as me, in the same fan base as me, now I can really use his rage bait and artillery against y'all.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
That's a plus for me.
When he was in the Lakers fan base, bro, we abused and used that bussy.
Yeah, it's time to end the episode. Episode 280, folks, of the Way Sports Podcast. My name is Billy Cameron, aka PC, joined by Bam, Gianni, TK, and Tolu this week. Make sure you call up and check up on them, tell them that you love them. Stay hydrated. Next week, we'll be giving out our first predictions for the 2026-2027 NFL season, where we give out our award predictions. Make sure y'all stay tuned. All right. That's actually, yeah, no, I got nothing. School starts up again. I think you could benefit from it, TK. Yeah.
Well, I tried to get
For a
back in
variety of
school because you know I dropped out in sixth grade, but they told me it's too late now.
sixth grade.
Mm.
Oh, I know why. Yeah.
I've been selling crack. I've been selling crack since like the fifth grade, bro.
You don't gotta lie like that. That's not the reason. No,
Bussy.
he was actually no. Wow. Actually, you know what? Like cut the recording real quick. Yeah. No, that's how it happened right there.